Followers of snooker will know that this video has been superseded by events. Please listen to my explanatory voiceover at the end of the video. Hello, this week in Bolton the Champion of Champions snooker tournament is taking place, and Ronnie Sullivan, who is the reigning Champion of Champions, is taking part in defending his title. I heard an interview with him recently which I found intriguing. His upbringing was very difficult. His father used to take him to the snooker hall and just leave him there while he went off doing other things, and that's of course where he got the bug and how he began really quite young to develop the skills that he's now got. But he was often left on his own in the snooker hall. Later in his young years, he was left looking after his sister Claire, who both parents were not available, and in fact later on, when his father went to prison for life, a life sentence for murder, and his mother went to prison for a much shorter period for tax evasion. A very difficult upbringing, and yet he's come through that with the kind of determination and ability that we see whenever we watch him play snooker. And when he was asked what it was that he thought was perhaps one of the main qualities that a good snooker player needs, it was consistency. You need to be able to, time and again, to pot the ball accurately, put it in the place you want it, and you need to be able to do this time after time after time and not get it wrong. He's a perfectionist. He doesn't like anything less than a perfect game, and that's what spurs him on. And he said it's constant practice, of course, that brings this consistency in the game. But I think from listening to his conversation, he was also talking about a different kind of consistency, which I think we all need perhaps to reflect upon. The consistency of just keeping going, because he's a very temperamental chap. He often goes through really bad periods, and he has been known to turn to drugs and alcohol in the past. And he in his better moments, when he has these really bad days, and they can come for all sorts of reasons, he says the important thing is to realise that they are only temporary. That's the way to get through it, to realise that they're not there forever, they won't last forever, they're just a passing phase, and that when you get up the next morning you can start again. And that's the kind of consistency I think that he's really more deeply talking about, the consistency that welcomes each new day, putting the previous day behind us and just getting on, however bad and difficult the previous day has been, knowing that this new day is a fresh one. And that's the kind of consistency I'd like to see in my life, and I suspect we would all find that a valuable attitude to bring to our living. It was reported today, Wednesday, that Ronnie O'Sullivan has withdrawn from the Champion of Championships tournament at Bolton. He says, mentally I feel a bit drained and stressed, and I want to look after my mental health and my body. Sorry to all my fans. It's too late for me to change today, Thursday's video, but maybe it reminds us that the kind of consistency that's most valuable is not the kind that says, let's get up and carry on, but let's give my body a rest and say no when I need to. An equally valid lesson for all of us, I think.